So we got Wichita Promo 316. Another local podcaster. And with me and Aaron, we love this. Because this genre of mine, I'm in love with it. I love that there's no gatekeepers.
Yeah.
Anytime I see somebody else that does a podcast, it warms my heart. It makes me feel good.
We are not about competition in this camp. It's all about cooperation, collaboration. Really.
God, I hope.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
That don't even enter my mind. Not in art. No, if you want to go,
I always say a rising tide floats all boats, man. You know, if we can pick up the whole scene, we all win. Really.
If you want to enter a game where we can win at it, then okay. But like this is art form.
Yeah.
So to me, anybody trying to do a podcast or like. Make a song or do whatever the fuck you're doing or paint a picture.
Be creative. It would be being creative.
It would be fucking ridiculous to hate on that for me.
Yeah, for sure.
So when
I've been listening to y'all's podcast for a while. I've been enjoying it, man.
Well, I appreciate that. I've been listening.
Good, man. For real.
I've been listening to yours too, and you guys bring it too, and you do a lot what I like. And well, for you guys do a podcast that really works for me because in this town. Hip hop and learning about the local hip hop scene is few and far between.
Yeah, for sure.
It's a lot of country and rock and roll in this town. And that will never be me.
And
at all. That'll never be me.
And I really want to give it up to Angelo. Angelo Garibaldi, man, Humble Greatness Studios.
And you nail his name every time. I love that.
Yeah, because I know the dude.
Well, I know him too. I can say Angelo. I ain't even attacking that last name.
Hey, I feel like he is one of the promoters out there really doing it right.
Yeah, for sure.
He has a studio and he does it fucking right now.
He does. He does.
The studio's great.
Producing y'all's podcast, and that is fucking right.
And so, give us a little bit of background on that. You guys have been doing that for a little bit now.
The podcast. Man, I don't even remember when the podcast started. Really, like maybe 2 months ago, something like that. He was really one of the first guests.
That's crazy, dude. And, I thought it was going for a while.
I thought it was. I would guess like 3 or 4 months. I wasn't gonna say like it's been years, but
it hasn't been very long, really.
How many episodes you got?
Like 17, 18, something like that. Been pushing them out.
Were you trying to do one a week, or what are you trying to do?
At first, I was trying to do one a week, and really, the thing about it is just like I pay for the studio time for it, and people don't realize that. So like,
I convinced the guy that owned the studio. You should try that. Try to get Angelo on your show. Then you have to know what to pay for it.
Yeah,
if he co-hosts that shit.
Yeah, let Angelo co-host that motherfucker.
So I was doing like once a week, and I was doing that for a while, and then I started amping it up because I started having more and more rappers get on, and I'm just too nice. As soon as they asked, I was like, "Yeah, man, let's do it today." And I kill my own pocket doing it. Yeah, so after I kind of slowed it a little down. It's just a little random now, but still trying to push them out as much as possible. Really.
Well, I'll tell you, this guy does a great podcast and gets a lot of great artists on.
I appreciate it.
And it's same with us. I think we could do 2 a week. But it's just hard to.
It's
hard to schedule it.
Yeah.
It's hard to make everything work. And then like with you paying out of pocket for all the studio time, I know how I get it.
Yeah, it's a lot.
That could be rough.
And what you guys do, like doing a whole entire day like this is crazy. People don't understand, like there's a skill in podcasting. Like
crazy.
Keeping a conversation going with no gaps forever like that, not fumbling.
All right.
Doing this shit all day is crazy, man.
So
like an hour, I'm brain dead.
Well,
this
dude,
is part of why we do this.
I'm not going to lie to you. Tomorrow, my fucking brain is mush.
It's crazy.
Dude, I can't put a fucking sentence together.
Brain gonna be hurt, throat gonna be hurt because talking all day, man.
For sure, for sure. I appreciate it. Takes you sitting on this side of it to understand.
Yeah.
Like what? Because it like
there's a lot that goes into it.
Even an hour podcast, which you've been a part of. You like when you even as a guest or even as a person trying to interview somebody, man, you cooked. You cooked after a fucking hour, man.
It's a lot.
But I will tell you, that's part of why we are doing a podcast together, because we can sit at a bar and just jaw for about 8 hours.
This is my this is a little bit of my superpower. I ain't gonna lie. This shit is, I can talk for days.
We can jaw forever, man.
I can talk for days.
I feel like I'm the opposite. That's kind of the crazy part. I'm terrible at talking to people.
I would say you're not.
Not at all. I think you speak
I'm
well.
an anxious person. I guess that's the thing.
Well, I would say what you think of you does not come off in your show that way. I think you do.
I appreciate that. That's good to hear.
All creatives, we're our own worst critics, really.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? We're always,
and that's what probably makes you good at what you do.
Yeah, for sure.
And I quietly, cringe at half the shit I say too.
Hey, I'll tell you honestly, man, I never watch one of our shows.
This motherfucker.
Yeah, I say the same shit. Everybody asks me, I'm like, I don't really watch the podcast.
I do, but I don't because I have to. I have to clip the show.
Yeah, exactly. I'll go through it and like I'll remember like around the end they said this, and I'll try to like find a clip. But other than that, like I don't sit there and listen to it, or I'll just cringe at myself for an hour.
I'll play on a record. I'll be through the whole mix and master process, telling you what I want and what I don't want. But like once that CD comes to me wrapped up, I leave it wrapped up.
Yeah, I can't do that.
It just goes on a damn shelf.
I mean, I didn't understand that until I started podcasting, so I get it too. Like when you look back at your own art, it is a little bit of cringeworthy. But I will tell you, as artists of any kind, whether you do stand-up, whether you do podcasting, whether you make music, bite that bullet a little bit and go back and look at your shit. Especially if it's live and not that scripted.
Yeah, absolutely.
Go back and look at it. It will make you a better artist.
So I like it like 10 years later.
Well, fuck,
you know what I mean? Like,
I can't make adjustments.
That bitch finally now.
I don't hope you made adjustments by then. Give it 10 days and look at it. And it is, dude. It it's a tough, cringeworthy thing watching yourself act like a dumb shit and say some shit you wish you wouldn't have.
Yeah, but it was the same with me for my music. I don't know if it was that way for you.
Yeah,
when I first started making music, I hated my voice. I didn't want to hear myself on a record. It was terrible.
It's like that though. It's like that.
Yeah.
Oh, and then the more time it gets, like when you guys say, like even he jokingly say 10 years, the shit the further you get away from it, the worse it gets.
Yeah.
Like the closer you are to it, you can kind of understand it because you're still in that headspace.
It wasn't a joke.
Like if you look at a podcast you did, that you did fucking 2 weeks ago, it's cringy. Look at one you did 6 months ago.
Yeah.
Then you're really gonna be like, boy.
I haven't experienced that yet. I'm not looking forward to that.
But I appreciate the fact that the podcast community is growing and ever getting better.
Oh yeah,
and
for
you
sure.
are part of it. And I will extend the compliments back to you. You're doing a great job over there at Humble Greatness, and keep doing that. Because they need it. And another shout out to a couple other podcasters that I love. I love Alonzo Ross's Talking With Your Mouth Full. He just started season 2 of that. That's one of my favorites.
Is he using our theme song we give him?
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is.
We wrote a theme song for him.
Yeah,
really?
Just went out on a whim for him and wrote him a theme song. It's good.
I've heard that. Yeah.
Just run back the episode if you want to hear that theme song, or watch his new podcast, and just run back the episode that he was on with us. So
Alonzo's hilarious.
Yeah, we surprised him with it, and I actually met him at ICT Fest last year.
Oh, really? Okay.
That's actually to draw that full circle. And I didn't even write that. I didn't even write that shit. That shit just came around that easy.
He's a perfect person to have a podcast.
We actually met him and Bryce here last year.
Yeah.
Bryce Oxley.
Yeah, the magician. Yeah, so there was a couple artists that he was actually, to even bring it more for a circle, Alonzo was running around with Angelo last year.
Okay,
right. I think you're right.
Yeah, Angelo was filming with Alonzo. That's what they was running around.
Right.
That's how. Then I'm pretty sure if you go back and look at that interview, that Angelo's on that episode as well.
Yeah.
You might be right.
If I got to go back and look at it. I
can see that. He's always doing something.
Yeah, well, he's always doing cool ass shit.
For sure.
That's why I love Humble Greatness, man. I've been like admiring his work.
He don't stop.
I've been admiring his hustle from afar because I know
he don't stop.
I know when somebody's hustling. I know when somebody's hustling when they work.
It's crazy if you just hang out with him for a day, because like I said, I'm a kind of an anxious person. I'll go to like the mall now and I'll have dudes walk up to me like, "Oh, you're that dude, Wichita Promo," and I get like a little like, "Oh shit!" Like I get a little anxious when I get recognized. I went to OKC, like I said, with Humble, and we were walking around. Everybody was like, "You're Humble Greatness Studios." Yeah, it's like, what the fuck? I'm in a different state.
I mean,
it's crazy.
He's got an energy about him.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That you love.
Yeah,
he's one of those people you want. He's one of those people you want to work with. Like,
He
makes things easy. He's got a positive attitude. He's
absolutely
funny as fuck. And just a good dude, man. I can't say enough things about Angelo. We're trying to. As soon as we get our licensing and all that shit straightened out, we got shows we're doing with Humble Greatness at our place too. So
absolutely.
I mean, that's definitely in the works, man. I love working with you, man.
Yeah.
So how can we check out your podcast, man? Pimp your brand and everything.
Both. How do we find your music, your podcast? What we
do everything. Give us the whole shooting match.
Okay, for sure.
Rundown.
First of all, my music, I go as EKM, and I'm on all platforms. And then I run that promo page called Wichita Promo 316, and it's on all platforms as well, including YouTube. And I run a podcast there. I do all types of little stuff. I'll post your song. I'll post events. You know what I'm saying? I do behind the scenes music videos, all types of little shit just to help push artists.
Hit him up. He does a lot of great content for artists.
Tap in. There's so much talent in this city. It's crazy.
Yep.
Way too much talent. Well, I'm Rail G. I'm a part of Staring at the Sun, also a part of the Cookie Store. You can look us up on anything, Cookie Store especially. We have a Bandcamp, SoundCloud, everywhere. We have some great projects. Parade just dropped this summer. It's one of the best records out, so go stream that.
Shit, let me check. I'll check it out.
Yeah, that shit's good. It's real good.
And we find Parade by Cookie Store.
Yep.
All over.
Yep. And you'll see everyone. Everyone in there is amazing, worth checking out. So yeah. That's
and explain Cookie Store just a little bit more for me.
It's like a collective /
you're saying
like
everyone in there. It's not like collective.
Yeah, no, there's like over 30 people in there now, which is crazy.
Do you guys operate out of a record studio or just a group of friends? Or
I mean, it's mostly just at people's houses and shit. Like the Cookie Store is more of a concept than an actual place. I don't think people realize that
Sounds
yet.
Badass.
But we work so well together, and we're high functioning people, so we're able to like make the stuff that we love. And most of it, like I said, is at Maurice's place. So
that's
it's like,
badass.
So is there,
shout out Maurice.
So do we go to the Cookie Store like Facebook page, or you got something?
I'm pretty sure either it's.
Is there a website?
I think there's a Facebook page because there's an Instagram page. It's the Cookie Store with a 3 in the E of the.
Okay.
And then
you got a Cookie Store shirt on right now, don't you?
Yeah, the merch. You know, shout out the merch, man.
That's a dope shirt.
I've been collecting merch recently lately.
Well,
I got like
I will
3
tell
shirts.
you anything that Maurice is involved in, I can get behind because he's one of my favorite artists in this town.
And he seems very like.
That's a professional,
bro, man.
That's a professional.
You can smell it
every time. Every time I see that man perform, I'm sitting there in awe because he's well.
Oh man, he's performing tonight. Oh my god, if you see that, you got to take time off to see his set.
We are. I'm gonna rap by then.
It's gonna be crazy.
Well, last year if I'm not mistaken, I think he rapped the second night last year, or the second night of Wave last year as well.
Yeah.
And we shut the whole shit down and went in there, and he was gonna come do the show, but he had to bail pretty quick after that. So I was like, today I'm making sure I'm getting this motherfucker on today. We'll get with the Cookie Store. We'll get with everything, and make sure you check out this man's podcast. He's doing good
for
sure. And check out everything Humble Greatness too as well. So just shout out to them as always.
All right.
We're still at ICT Fest, right?
Yes, sir.
We haven't time warped in anywhere else.
Well, I see the train going by, so we must be at Wave.
We're still at Wave.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, so Aiden, you just got off stage as your first show.
Yeah.
What do you think, huh?
That was fun.
You just got off stage, huh?
Yeah, I want to do it again.
Your first show ever?
Yeah.
So how was your nerves getting up there? Did you almost shit your pants?
No, I didn't almost shit myself.
Bullshit. This motherfucker was a nervous wreck, but he
It's
slayed.
okay to be nervous.
I drank a little water and had to pee like 4 times in an hour.
Man. So I think that is part of the drug. Actually,
it's 100% the drug.
Is this nervousness, and then you get on stage and you start crushing it, and then you go.
I felt fine
that.
after.
Right there. That's the drug right there.
I think he chased that pre-nervous and that crowd.
Yeah.
What you guys
Once
all
the
chasing.
crowd starts giving it back to you.
I felt a sigh of relief after that.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That sigh of relief, that's the endorphins, man. Yeah. That's the dopamine hit.
Okay, so if today was your first ever on stage, how long have we been doing music? Did we just start this? What's going on?
So I started 2017, 2018. I started writing music, like just because I felt like emotions.
First off, how old are you?
17.
17. So you started writing music 5 years ago almost?
Yeah.
Wow.
Hey, all right. That's awesome.
I used to just type it in my phone and it was ass, but eventually.
But that's how writing works. You throw a bunch of it at the fucking wall and see what you get.
That's how art works, man. This is all art.
Fair
all
enough.
Art starts
Fair enough.
Eventually, I slowly figured it out, and then I started making songs about my pain and stuff. And then last year, I'd never had no equipment or nothing, but last year, I had some health issues going on, and I got a MacBook and some equipment and started recording at home.
You were like, fuck it, I'm going to do it.
Yeah, fuck it.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much how I was.
Good for you, man. Good for you.
So I started, and then I dropped my first song October 8th, 2022, and then that was, it wasn't.
What was the name of it?
Dugout.
Dugout?
Yeah.
Where can we find it?
SoundCloud. That's the only place I dropped it. It was the mix was.
And you don't even want people to hear it, do you?
No, not really.
Well, we gonna look for it.
That shit was terrible. It was
pop
terrible.
A link on it.
But you got to start somewhere.
Yeah, got to start somewhere. So then I went to the studio for the first time in March.
What studio you go?
It was FSP in Kansas City.
Okay.
So I went up there, and then recently I started going to the studio, Parallel Studios here.
I don't know them. Do you know them? No, explain them.
They're over. I don't even know the street, honestly. I don't know my street.
Who's their engineer that runs that place?
Christian.
Nice.
That's his name.
How'd you get hooked up with that guy?
I basically just seen something about the studio, and then I bought some studio time. Went there for the first time by myself, because the first time I went to the studio, I went with my brother.
Nice.
So then started going by myself, have fun, put like $500 into studio time, made 8 songs.
So you have an 8-song LP right now?
Yeah, I performed all of them in a row.
Did you run it all in a row right in there?
Yeah.
Well, we were out here podcasting. I wish I would have got to go in and hear that. That's the only thing that
sucks.
That's
the downside.
That's the only thing about festival podcasting. A little bit. I'm not going to always catch everything.
But when I started going to the studio, I stopped writing too. I just started freestyling everything. So every song I made was a freestyle.
Well, so when you record, is that even when you record them, you would do that?
Yeah, I punch in.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, you got to kind of write hooks though, right? So
No, I don't even write that.
So what do you just bars in it?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I have a hook, but like I freestyle the hook and everything.
Nice.
I freestyle it all, and then we just put it together.
Can I make one suggestion? Go back. If you're getting good at freestyling and you wrote before, go back to writing.
You're gonna find a middle ground.
Yeah.
I just
Is
say
what it is.
I
You're
would
gonna find a
tell
middle ground.
any writer, not just in the hip hop world, not just a lyricist, not just a podcaster, not just a blogger,
Comedian, any
keep
of them,
writing.
yeah.
Keep writing because I don't, like you said, you're 17 years old. You're probably still remembering a lot of your ideas right now, but like when you catch something, write it because you will be like, I'll write that down later.
Yeah,
it was
I'll write
great. But it'll disappear on you. It
I'll
really
write it
fucking
and then
will
I'll-
disappear on you.
I'll write it and then I'll mix it, or I'll mix it up. Like I'll change something about it so it doesn't seem like I wrote it. Like I'll write it, but then change some words.
That's
Right.
Yeah.
That's what you're supposed to do. I call that outline writing.
Yeah.
Like, and that's how I write. That's how I do podcasting for this.
We
That's
have
how
a rough outline. We know where we're trying to go.
You're basically bullet point writing,
Yeah.
where you keep the main idea, keep the main hook.
How we get there is open to
If you
interpretation.
find it-
That's your freestyle.
You come up
right?
with a good punchline, whatever that is, but keep it. But I tell you, young blood, it's easy for you now. 5 years, you're gonna forget. You're gonna forget that clever ass shit you thought of. So I would say, since you came from a writing world and you're doing great at freestyling, you have
Find that middle ground.
you have the mixture of making a really intelligent, good hip hop artist because you have the two things that matter. But keep writing. Keep writing. Don't lose that skill. Don't lose that skill.
I still write things sometimes. I don't really necessarily use them, but I
Right.
write them just so.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good enough.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
Right to
good.
be right, man. Because the more you write, the better you're gonna get.
I
at it.
always campaign.
It's a practice skill.
I always campaign people to write. I have books like this full of just shit that I don't want nobody to look at. But do it. But write it. But write it. I mean, if it comes off well. So where can we find your LP that you just?
It's on Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube.
So it's everywhere.
Amazon. Yeah, it's everywhere.
What's the avenue? What's the best one to get to?
Best one, Apple Music.
Apple Music, good. That's my favorite too. So
All you gotta do is
What's the album name?
yeah,
The Villain.
and give us the artist again one more time.
Bugs.
Bugs?
BOOGS.
BOOGS. BOOGS. All right, bet.
Boogs,
So
all right.
Boog's on Apple Music, and then you can get them on Spotify and everything else.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Spotify's a little bit harder to find because there's a bunch of other people with the name Bugs. But
And,
Oh, shit.
and one,
Yeah,
let's
yeah.
just be honest, Spotify's fucking
Yeah.
like dashboard is shit.
yeah.
Yeah.
I never use that. shit,
To me,
really.
it makes me sad when people are like, I have the brand new Apple 14, but I use Spotify. I'm like,
Yeah.
I swear.
like the fucking Apple like dashboard is so beautiful, especially if you have an Apple phone. It's so easy. But we can't let you get away.
Yeah,
We can't let you get away without your shit going on.
What's up?
So give us a little rundown on your beautiful restaurant and everything going on down the street.
We're just down the street at Norton's Brewing Company, killing it. Aiden works there for us, running food, hosting, doing all kinds of stuff.
Nice.
And he's my nephew, and I'm so.
You're proud.
I'm gonna try not to get emotional, but
Good.
I'm real proud of this kid.
Hey, a lot of people do.
Yeah.
Hey, do not forget.
Sorry,
a
dude.
lot of people
I'm
don't have
sorry,
a great
man.
support system. A lot of people's friends and family do not support their arts. When
Yeah.
you have somebody that's willing to get behind you, man, you don't take that for granted.
No, I
Sure.
appreciate everything.
Especially when you got somebody that runs my favorite maybe bar and restaurant in the whole fucking town.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, right.
I really appreciate that. He's a great kid. He's very talented, and he's been working real hard on his craft, and it showed today, for real.
Oh yeah.
I'm real proud
I'm
of
gonna
him.
look into it. I'm gonna look into it as soon as
Well,
I get out
and,
here.
and you're a great supporter. You're actually hosting some of the ICT Fest bands.
Yeah,
this
we
year.
were-
You guys were the first time involved this
Yeah,
year, right?
we've been a financial supporter in the past, but
Yeah, you've been a sponsor,
This
yeah.
year was the first time we were a host venue.
They hosted day one, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Thursday night, had
Amazing.
some great artists out there, man, and I really love, Matthew Zardoz kind of put this ICT Fest together and has been doing a great job of just wrangling local talent, man. And I really want Wichita to know one thing, man. We're real fortunate for the amount of creativity we have in this city and the amount of artists we have in this city.
We have the talent.
And for sure.
And what a lot of people don't realize, the diversity in the artists that we have in
Absolutely.
this town.
Absolutely.
And
No,
it's all there for you if you look. It really is.
Yep.
It really is. You got a lot of venues. You
It
got
sure
a lot of
is.
places that are supporting that
Pay
stuff.
attention. Put down the controller
Yeah, for
for
real.
a little bit. and
for real,
pay
man.
attention.
I mean, you're talking indie rock, you're talking hip hop, you're talking metal. I mean, we've got
dude,
it
and
all.
metal is
we've
like,
got it all.
and metal is like 18 different shades of metal. It's
Yeah.
like the, it's
Oh,
like
yeah.
it's like the 30
Yeah.
shades of gray. There's
Oh,
like
yeah.
so many subgenres in that shit.
yeah,
It's
what
ridiculous.
genre you want? We got it here in Wichita.
We were researching Viking metal, and
yeah.
dwarf metal, the
Dwarf
other
metal
day.
shit. I know, it's like
Dwarf metal, yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
It's fucking. It's
No,
fucking
we're
insane.
we're real proud to be a part of ICT Fest 2023, and really fortunate to be a host venue. And then obviously today was an excellent day, and it's going to be what a sick lineup of acts they have
Right.
all day and night tonight.
All 4 days.
Yeah.
Huge.
So how'd it go at your place?
It went
couple days
great,
ago?
man. It went great. We had 5 artists. We had a mixture of hip hop, indie, rock, and it was such a nice melding of genres and talent. And people showed up to support it, which was really nice to see.
You got a good turnout?
Yeah, we had an all ages thing, and you know, I like seeing youngsters out there
Me
supporting
too.
live music. You
Me
know?
too. Because
So-
we got to pass this down, and
Yeah.
and that's what's always I've loved. We're seeing it even right now at
Yep.
ICT Fest. You got people holding kids. You got kids running around having a good
Oh,
time.
for real.
And, and that's what's always been nice about Norton's. You guys are always allowed kids in there till 10 o'clock, and it's
Yep.
always been. I mean, if you guys haven't got into Norton's Brewery here in town, I mean, what are you fucking doing?
Come
You're
on
really
down,
missing
man.
it.
We'll-
I mean,
Really
come on.
missing
They're
it.
killing it with. They're killing it. If you like a good brew, that's one thing. But if you want to get some good food, I mean, it's one of the most top-notch restaurants. in
I would
this
say
place.
that patio is probably one of the coolest patios
Shit,
in
dude,
town.
the
as
whole
well.
place is set up. I love the whole setup. The whole setup has a great vibe.
Appreciate that, guys.
Like you
sure.
really put in a place like that was an instant classic in this town. And it's proved it that way. It's a comfortable feel inside. You guys are great at hiring staff. I've never had a bad time at the place. So
Nice, man.
I love the joint.
Dan Norton,
thank you
always a
guys
pleasure
so
to
much.
see you.
Yeah,
Always
hey,
great, guys.
keep working on your craft. Keep writing, brother. I can't wait to hear more from
Aiden,
you.
man, that was only the first show, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More
It's
shows
up from
coming
here,
for you
man.
down the
It's up
line.
from
Here
here.
they come.
And I
here
will
they
tell
come.
you, and I will tell you
What's
if you
up?
ever are looking for a time to work on some stage time, they got Monday night all ages show at his place.
We
And
got a
then
venue. You're welcome.
And then you
at,
got
man.
Wednesday. I don't know.
All ages, no alcohol venue.
When it,
More than welcome.
And before that, and after, when you get a little older too, they got they do barleycorns and Shamrock Wednesdays
Yep.
and Thursdays too.
Is that when I'm 18?
Yeah, you got to be 18 for that.
Well,
Do you got to
I
be
was-
21 for
I
that?
think you got to be 21 on something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So look out for the all ages
There's
open like
places,
on Monday.
man. We'll
help
talk.
you out.
We'll get it. We'll get it.
I
Because
was telling you about
stage time will
their-
help you a ton.
I was telling you about their venue.
Yeah, you told me.
Yeah.
Because
We're
stage
there to
time
help,
helps
brother.
you.
We're
Stage
there.
time helps you a ton.
Yeah.
It's just going to help
I-
you be more confident.
I really hate when musicians, the first time they hit the stage, they 21 at a bar. You know what I mean? Here's a case of Pabst and some tips. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that sets you off on the wrong damn foot, straight up.
And that's not what we're here for.
Yeah.
We're here
And
for
I
the
don't like
music.
that, really,
We're here for the
so-
music. I
Yeah.
mean, that's what's.
I would like by the time you're 21, you go, nah, bitches. Like I make $500 when I play, and that's proven from all these shows that I've done, self-promoted.
Yep.
Done it, seen it. You can't fool me.
Yeah.
I'd like that. I'd like more of that in this city.
I'm gonna
Yes,
make
sir.
that happen.
All right.
I know you will. I know you will.
Hey, keep it pushing, young blood.
I will.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you guys.
Nice to meet you.
Thanks so much, fellas.
Hey, and let's do if you guys want to do a full Norton's Brewery show.
Hey, we're in.
Come
Okay.
on.
We'll come to you. We'll come to you.
We can come to you. You want to do it
All
on
right.
location?
This is our mobile podcast studio.
Well, listen,
Let's do
if you guys want to come there, we only have a few more shows left. We're kind of fully booked for the
no,
year.
I'm talking about we'll come.
No, we'll do a special on your restaurant.
No, we're talking about your restaurant, not
Oh,
about you.
bitch,
Well, I would like to do a podcast about you and your restaurant, and if you have a business partner or whoever you.
Fucking
Yeah,
let's
let's
talk,
go.
man.
Yeah.
Let's talk.
And if
Hell
you want to
yeah.
do it at our studio, or if you want us to come into your studio and do that podcast,
There you go.
and
Okay.
maybe in a corner.
At Norton?
Yeah, at Norton's. Yeah, Aaron and Austin show at Norton's.
I fucking love that
Yeah,
idea.
dude.
So
Dude, we're
please,
in. We're in.
please reach out. Let's get it done.
Yeah, for
yeah.
sure.
All right, fellas. Have a great one.
Yeah,
You too, brother.